bad state to be in, brother, when you think you got friends and none of them are your friends. Because a hypocrite can't have a friend, because a hypocrite is a friend to nobody. Because he's a liar. She's a liar. When you are enemy of God, how in the hell can you be the friend of anybody? When God is the greatest benefactor of all of us, what right do we have to turn on God? And the dragon stood before the woman to devour her child as soon as it was born. What kind of child was it? It was a man-child that was destined to rule the nations, all of them, with a rod of iron. In our lessons, the devil worked to destroy you when you're a baby. He's not going to let you grow into strength and power. Once he knows you're his enemy and you're a baby, he will kill the baby. That's why your babies are not doing well. Babies dying of AIDS. Babies sick. Babies being killed. But it's talking about you, brother, the black man. You have a great destiny. You don't think much of yourself, brothers, but you are some powerful men. All of you. There's not one of you that is not potentially powerful. The enemy knows this. So he stands before the apostle to devour the man-child, because he don't expect the woman to supplant him, but you will supplant the white man as a ruler. And that he never intends to see. So his aim is to destroy the black man, and particularly the black child. And that's why FOI class is so important. And that's why you must understand, brothers, that we are at war, even though you don't see a bullet being fired. We are at war, but the war is fought on this level now. They're after the men. Before you can grow from a child into a man, they don't want to see you become a man. Kill you now. They want no competition. And so, brothers and sisters, we have to look at the enemy within. The enemy that's on the outside, that you can handle. But the enemy that you got to really watch for is the dragon, sitting next to you posing as a Muslim. They've already spoken the word of disbelief and disbelief after their Islam, but they won't leave the mosque. They sit in the mosque and they come after every new brother and every new sister to poison them. Their aim is to destroy Islam. They can't do it. The enemy sent in a particular mosque a man in. He was a young man. And he worked his way up into the secretarial department. And he was told by those who sent him to steal the money of the poor believers who are giving their money in charity to the cause of Islam. He is an agent of the federal government working his way into the secretarial department to steal the funds of poor people so that we can't make progress for poor people. Isn't that something? This is going on right now. So everybody in the mosque is not a Muslim, though they all say Assalamu alaikum. You got to understand that. Nothing wrong with that. That's just as it's written that it would be. You got people in here that are sincere, brothers and sisters, and you got people that are faking it. And if you don't know who the sincere ones are, who the fakers are, then you have to grow and be wise and watch and listen to people. And look, when I speak to you, you go out on a high, man. That's what truth does. If somebody is talking to you on the spirit of the minister, they don't kill your spirit, they lift your spirit. But when you're sitting next to somebody and they're talking to you and you go home and your head is all confused and messed up and you don't know right then whether you want to continue to be a Muslim or whether you want to give it up, that person is different from the minister who spoke to you and raised you up. That's a person trying to kill you. And yet they say Assalamu alaikum and give you a big smile, maybe even loan you some money when you think you need it. And you won't say nothing on them. You won't report them to the minister, Ishmael, or the officials. You won't say nothing. Oh, he's my friend. But I'm so messed up, man. Damn, I couldn't sleep all night long. God, he didn't have to tell me that. Well, then he see you the next day. How you doing, brother? He's watching you. See how you took what he dropped on you last night. Or what she dropped on you last night. Because they got she droppers as well as he droppers. If you're not wise, first thing you should do is say, well, I was well till I talked to this dude. I was feeling fine. Now I got a headache, man. All of a sudden your spirit is down. See, you come to the mosque because you know it's where you should be. But, all right, brothers, here's the paper. You ain't got the strength to pick up a paper. Where you gladly gave in charity with a smile, you don't get nothing this week. You don't get nothing next week. And maybe your attendance gets slack. And you begin to think this is a game. Somebody's tricking you because you've been tricked all your life. And you think now this is another one. Brother and sister, let me straighten you out real quick, you know. This is an awful game to play. You know, I could do so many things with my life. Believe me, I'm a very talented brother. I don't need this to make a living for my family. I didn't need this to make a living for my family before I met this. I want to make it very clear to you. You ain't got nothing that I want to rob you of. They say all that a man has, he'll give for his life. My life is on the line, brother. When you see the CIA, the FBI after me, when you see the Bush don't like me, the Jews don't like me, these are powerful enemies. Then if I wanted to be loved, I could play the game like Jesse. If I wanted to be loved, what I mean is, when I say play the game, I could stop talking about what concerns black people and talk about our America, our Constitution, our flag, but you know it ain't ours. And if you don't know it, I know it. I can't play that game. Even if it meant that I die, I'd rather be dead than to play that game. No, I can't say my country 'tis of thee. sweet land of liberty. You talk that crap, but I can't do that and be true to who and what I am. No, this ain't no sweet land of liberty. It's a cursed land of slavery and debauchery and evil. And I got to stand up and say it like it is. So don't think that the little car that the brothers bought me, limousine or some little car I drive or nice clothes I wear, that's payment for my work. You can't pay me for what I do. I'm not promised no money for what I do. I'm promised a reward from God for what I do. So the fact that I ride in a nice car or wear nice clothes don't make me good. And the fact that you may not have those things doesn't make you less than I am. Because this is not the measure of a man. It's here and it's here. That's where the real man is. So the dragon stands before the woman to kill the man-child. Nothing in the nation will be successful without the men. It's wonderful to have sisters that help, but this is not church. In the church, the women run that house. Because the men are non-productive. It's the women who work in the church. Is that right? Yes, sir. You should work wherever you are. But since God made us with two legs, don't you think a man ought to work for his woman? Yes, sir. Come on. Yes, sir. Then if this is a true house of God, and man was made to have dominion and power, then brothers, it's you that have to carry the nation on your shoulder. That's why the brothers in the FOI have the sun, moon, and star on their shoulders. The sisters don't have that. Now, Mr. Trump, America is the modern Babylon. I want to have a message for the Jewish people. I'm not a hater. You can't find one word in the millions of words that I've spoken where I ordered somebody to hurt a Jewish person. No, that's not me. But to tell the truth, I'm going to put a little truth on you today, and then I'm going to close it out. You've been such a beautiful, attentive audience. Now, look at the scripture. Babylon is fallen. Is fallen. Substitute America for Babylon. She's unraveling. America is falling. Is falling. Why are you falling, America? Because you have become the habitation of devils. A hole for every foul person, a cage for every hateful bird. Have you become a nation of devils? No, 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 no. Oh, you got to think now. Who am I talking to? Is it people that love righteousness? Or is it a people that can't wait for me to end what I'm saying so you could get back to the filth that you were doing before you got here? Who am I talking to? Mr. Trump, this country has become a habitation of devils. Everybody rebelling against God. Look at the 10 Commandments. Put them back up so I can help the people to see how wrong America is. I'm almost finished, family. But please, oh, now you got it. Now look, you shall have no other gods but me. Stop it. You can stop right there. Or you make gods out of everything and bow down to it. Tell me the truth. You shall not make for yourself any idol nor bow down to it or worship it. Oh. How many idols do you genuflect to? How many idols are in the church? Your holiness. How many idols have you made that people bow down to and worship the idol as though the idol has power? Come on. You shall not misuse the name of the Lord your God. Well, we can move on. You shall remember and keep the Sabbath day holy. That used to be. What are you doing? What are you doing Sunday? I'm at the casino. That's what I'm doing. I'm watching the football game, baby. That's what I'm doing. You're partying. Ain't keeping the day holy. Respect your father and mother. Yeah, go get them out of the old age home. The minute your mama can't do for you anymore, you park her somewhere and don't give a damn about how mama's being treated. The same mother that brought you through fainting and pain into this world and cleaned your diapers and washed you. Now you can't go and wash mama and daddy in the closing days of their lives. What kind of children have you become? What kind of people have we become? Oh, Mr. Trump, you shall not commit murder. You took credit. Oh, yeah, I had the boys kill Qasem Soleimani. You sent the drone after him. How many have you killed? How many are you planning to kill? See, murder is your modus operandi. See, here I am now. You want me dead. And after today, you might want to speed it up. I don't know. But Mr. Trump, America has become a habitation of devils and a hole for every unclean spirit and a cage for every hateful bird. Hateful birds mean those that are in foreign countries. You in Wuhan province. I didn't know you were there. Now you got a little something that you want to bring home to America. I know America's going to war.
But it's a war, President Trump, that you can't win. I know you say you got a lot of juice, $750 billion you're giving to the army, but you're only giving them that which is going to get more of them killed. Let me help you to see. You can win, but you can't win being a thug. You're trying to take Maduro out of office and get control of the largest oil reserve in the world. What kind of president calls somebody in the house of another Guaido and tells him, you can be the next president? But Maduro was voted in. You say, well, it wasn't a free and fair election. Do you remember Jimmy Carter? He'd been watching elections, over 104 of them. And he said, I'm quoting the former president, he said that the voting in Venezuela is some of the best that he has seen in 104 countries where he has looked at elections. Now, I don't know the truth, but I think Jimmy Carter has no reason to lie on Maduro. But you see, when you're a hustler, when you're a thief, when you want to take the oil, remember how the president, when he was running, he said, let's take the oil in Iraq. Take it. See, but your hands will get chopped off today because you're not the power that you think you are. There's a new sheriff in town. I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about the two that back me. Now look, I think, Mr. President, you would be wise to leave President Maduro alone. Mr. Bolton, the man with the mustache, he's in a press conference with his sheep, and he's talking about sending 5,000 troops to Colombia, but he don't know that he got the notes so that the media could take a picture of it. Now they're trying to overthrow this man, even if it means sending us to war. I respectfully say to the president, I cannot back you if you're going to send American soldiers to war to die because you want that man out of power and you're meddling in the affairs of his country. I don't think no young soldier should go. Just say, hell no, I won't go. And adopt the Muslim position. We do not believe that we who declared ourselves to be righteous Muslims should be engaged in wars which take the lives of human beings, especially when we have nothing to gain from it. Unless you give us the necessary territory wherein we'll have something to fight for. But to go and spend our lives so you can use their oil and ruin their country? You got over the banking system. You are telling the banks the man got gold in England He's asking for them to send some of his gold back so that he can turn that gold to feed his people. President sent word, you don't give him nothing. See, you're gangsters.
Hi guys, welcome back once again. I really hope you have watched the full clip, and what I can really say is that one thing I really love about Mr. Farrakhan is the way he truly speaks with the truth and the way he's not afraid. We've all seen what it has been happening in America, and we all know what's currently now it's happening in America. And a lot of people, they really came out and they really asked themselves a lot of questions. Does United States government allow maybe their president to go and maybe lead another country? Is there any rule that allows so? Because we have all seen how a lot of people really came out and they reacted when the United States government arrested the Maduro, the president of Venezuela. And it's really created a lot of mixed reaction online, because a lot of people are really asking themselves a lot of question. Is President Trump arresting President Maduro just because maybe he was accused of maybe some drug trafficking to America or a lot of things, or is just doing this because a lot of people really knew that he was in an Epstein list and he's just trying to maybe to make people forget about it? And a lot of people really came out and have really said that maybe they're doing so because of the oil that is in Venezuela. But we don't want to talk so much about that, because we have known and we have all seen for a long period of time a lot of people in America or United States, they are saying that they are going through a lot. Since this new administration really came to power, they've been struggling. There's no money in America. A lot of people are really struggling to survive. Less job employment, the unemployment rate is so high. And I could really ask myself a lot of questions, because these are the same people that can change these things after a period of 4 years. You have the power, you got anything to go and maybe make a change in your country. We have all seen what has been really happening in America. A lot of things that have really happened since this new administration really started. And a lot of people are really asking themselves, these people may be trying maybe to make enmity with other countries. Are they trying to make other countries hate them because of what they are doing? Because at the end of the day, we know maybe this is the right thing, but in Venezuela, a lot of people are happy because of how maybe their president was being maybe arrested or detained. They are so happy maybe of how maybe the government has been doing things. They feel like they could find more opportunities. Maybe they could be, or they can be a change. And not only people are happy, other people are sad because they feel like maybe the other people from outside the country can come and take over their resources, and they will maybe something like maybe they can be colonized by other people right now. And this, it has really created a lot of sparks online, and a lot of people are really asking themselves a lot of questions. And this is the reason why Minister Luis Farrakhan has really came out and is just speaking the truth, because he's telling people, when will we be free out of this slavery? When we will be free? Because it's really high time we stand out on our feet and we decide what we really want in our country. We don't want to be controlled anymore. Anyone who is doing the bad thing or is not doing the right thing, especially if he or she is a leader, we need to correct him. If he can't do the work according to the will of the people, we have the power to change or to remove him into power. And this is not just happening maybe in United States. We have all seen these things are really happening in a lot of countries, especially in African countries and Caribbean countries. A lot of people have really come out in large number and they're really complaining about their current leaders because of how they're so much greedy. They just want to fill their pockets, forgetting the local people who choose them. And these things, it has really affected a lot of countries, making these countries not to develop anymore, making this country, the local people, to suffer, die just because of maybe some small issues that can be controlled. Back to America, we've all seen how those maybe MAGA farmers really came out in large number and they supported this new administration. But whenever this administration started deporting the illegal immigrants, they came out and they realized that they voted against their own interest. Right now, they were coming out talking of how they're losing their farms, of how they're going bankrupt, not putting in mind that the same people who really wanted this, they're the same people who they voted against their own interest. And this is the reason why they really came out in large number and they wanted the government to bail them out, regretting for voting for this new administration. We've all seen how there's a lot of Americans who have came out, they're saying that they are unemployment. They're regretting maybe for voting for this. And they really came out and they really asked themselves a lot of questions. Why do black Americans ain't talking about this? It's because we all know a lot of black Americans really want these people, but they didn't listen. Right now, they're saying that America is not safe. We've all seen how a lot of people, they are canceling the FIFA World Cup tickets just because of their safety. They feel like the ICE agents, they are out of control. They are doing anything they just want because maybe you are an illegal immigrant or maybe you don't have proper papers. And we really need these things to change, and we really hope a lot of things will change, because right now a lot of people are really complaining of how things that have been changed in America. We are not creating this video maybe to spread some form of maybe hatred towards other people, but right now it's really high time a lot of people should wake up to choose what is right, to choose their leaders very well, because at the end of the day, if you make a wrong decision, you will be the one to suffer. If you make a wrong decision, you will be the one who will crying out there saying of how you are regretting voting for someone. So it's really happening not only in this Western country, but across all over, in African countries, in Caribbean countries. These leaders, whenever they come out maybe begging for votes, they promise us everything. They will build school, they will build good roads, but at the end of the day, when they are being elected, when they are being chosen, they change and they turn into their true colors. They just want to fill their pockets, forgetting their local people. So guys, it's really high time we make change and really hope things will be better. If it was for the first time I come across my video, don't forget to like this video, subscribe and share. Thank you so much for your time. May God bless you wherever you are. One love.